Please, you start to settle into yourself and start to connect with the part of you that is beyond symbols, beyond tangible sense reality. Our consciousness moves through different layers. You can think back to when you were a child, young child. Consciousness is very different than how it is right now. Your senses were tuned in to the inner world, inner psyche, inner wants of being a young child. And so that's what the world was like, young child's world. And now you are the age you are. And it's different. Different wants, different stimuli, different inner world. And so you have a different world. Consciousness moves through it. This one feels present, but it's passing. It's not really present. It's passing by. What we're doing here is we're getting acquainted every night you go to sleep, in that whole world, whether it's that young child's world or your current one, it disappears. Your consciousness is somewhere else. It's not with that life, it's not with that world. Meditation, sitting, it's about entering that place where we're not in the stimuli of this current narrative. And we can spend time being acclimated with, we lose our grip on buying into this world so heavily. But if we spend every single waking moment, which is what it's like for most people, it's very reinforced. And so it feels more concrete, feels more real. You have to get acclimated to the reality beyond this passing show. Right? It's obvious. You look back at the passing show when you were a little child, it's very obvious. It was just a passing show. The things you found important then are not important now. Guess what? The same is true for right now. Time will pass. The things that are important now, so will they pass. But the reality of you will not pass. It stays. And so when we sit quietly, we tap into the innate part of ourselves. A part of ourselves is craving, is desiring to be beyond the show, to forget the show, to be so absorbed in the truth of our existence that the show is just passing by. There's a lot of weight to that show. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of pulls in each of your lives that pull you into the show, that make the problems of this current consciousness significant, just like when you were a little tyke and you had little tyke problems. The problems were significant when you were a little tyke. I'm not trying to be condescending to your problems now, just highlighting the point. Those problems that were so big and significant when you were a little kid, probably can't even remember them. But I bet you can remember having problems. You might not know what they were. What happened to them? Consciousness just shifted. It shifted in this linear, time bound fashion. Consciousness shifted in a linear, time bound fashion. Well, you can shift consciousness in a space bound fashion. You can fade from this spatial experience, what your eyes see or ears hear, the current emotional state you may be having, your current thoughts that you're having. Consciousness can shift elsewhere. So we called it time bound. As your consciousness moved through the aging of your body, you had little kid problems, then you had teenager problems, now you have so on and so forth. Problems you have now, time bound. Consciousness was moving in a linear fashion. You can also teach the consciousness to move in a space-bound fashion. That we can move elsewhere from our five senses and our thoughts. We can discover or get more familiar with what's beyond that. My experience, what's beyond that is so true, so real, so validating that it really helps me put perspective, whatever's going on. So consciousness is moving through space, similar to how consciousness was moving through time. You have to go into an inner space. It is more inward than your emotions and your thoughts. You have to go into that space. It can grow in size. You think, oh, go inward. Well, it must be the size of my body, somewhere inside my body. But I can tell you to imagine a room in your mind. That room is bigger than your body. Is it in your body then? This room, this thought of a room? Mm. So, looking for this inner space. Inner space. You may need a little rhythm or tempo to catch your attention. If the thoughts are very dense, they're flooding into consciousness, you may need to concentrate on your breathing or breath counting or body sensations to interrupt the onslaught of thinking. Or you might be able to just go for it, to feel into a space, feel into a space beyond your thoughts, beyond your sensations. You have to know it's in your space. It is in the space of your consciousness. It's a part of you. Just know it. Know that it's a part of you. This area of consciousness. It is beyond your thoughts and beyond your senses. It is discoverable. Some people call it an emptiness. Think about the word empty. It involves space, empty space. That's what it is. It is like a chasm, an empty, vast space. Your thoughts do not go there. Your senses do not go there. But you go there. You don't have to go there just yet, to the exclusion of your thoughts and senses. You don't have to be disassociated from your thoughts and senses. You just have to have recognition, some sort of felt knowing or experience. There is this empty space. It is undisturbed from your thought, from your senses, from your emotions. It's there. And all you're doing is spending time growing acclimated, growing familiar, probing, investigating. There's my thoughts over there. There's my body sensations over there. Over here is this feeling of empty spaciousness. And if you just spend some time there, it will grow on you. You can experience it like a form of darkness, empty darkness. People think that has a negative connotation, but there's something very freeing there. Being all alone, quiet, very peaceful. No one asks anything of you there. The only troubles that you find there are what you bring into it. And so you can realize that any trouble that you may have is elsewhere. It's a thought, it's a feeling in the body, and that's not where we're going. That's over there, where the troubles are, stories, images. You're feeling into a place that none of that can go, cannot cross. You're shifting through consciousness to a place in consciousness that is not disturbed. Keep growing familiar. It will start to inform the body. It'll start to inform your thoughts. Like when you go to a beach, you're in the sun, the breeze. The beach starts to inform your body, temperature, feeling of the sun, starts to inform your thoughts as you shift your location to the beach. Same thing, it's just more subtle, but it's not difficult. It's just more subtle. You shift this empty place, dark, quiet, spacious, and as you come into cognition with it, it informs your thoughts and body, just like the beach when you walk out onto the sand, starts to inform your thoughts and body. Being at the beach for an hour is different than being at the beach for a minute. Your consciousness is very vast. You can rest in this quiet and still have a faint sense of the body and thoughts. You can pass all the way, though, into the darkness. You forget all about thoughts, all about the body. You could forget what you look like, forget the sound of your voice, forget your voice. Try to imagine it. Try to imagine that you are walking in your mind away from all the colors, all the shapes, all the people. You're just walking away. You could back up if you want. You don't have to turn around. As you backed up, like you were watching a play on a stage, got down off the stage, and you started to back up down the walkway where it's dark in the theater, backing up. And so you're seeing more of the darkness. The story on the stage, it's still lit up. You can see it. It's just farther away. You're no longer on the stage. You back up all the way to the edge of the theater, the entrance. You keep backing up. That is dark all around you. You look down to see your hands and you don't see them. It's that dark. You blink your eyes and you can't tell if your eyes are open or closed. It's that dark. You move your body. You try to do a jumping jack, but you can't feel what's going on. It's that dark. You still notice some thoughts, but you're not sure what they're about anymore. They're just memories, something from far away. There's that much darkness around you. A single thought looks like a full stage play. As you back up further, you can't see those thoughts anymore. They might be there. It's just dark. So dark, you can't see your thoughts. It's so dark, you can't see your own hands. You don't know if your eyes are open or closed. You've been there so long, you start to forget what it was like. As you dwell in this dark, empty space, you might be reminded of what you try to carry with you, try to hold on to. It might flash up an image, sound. It's just another play on a stage. Step off the stage and back away. Start to feel the sensations of the body. Don't abandon that dark, empty space. Feel the sensations of the body like breezes, breezes of color and light, existing inside the darkness. In time, your heart, who you are, will helplessly find its way into the undisturbed state of consciousness. No effort or guidance required, but we have to grow familiar. We have to understand for ourselves how worthwhile this place is. Relax your body.